Evan Williams 12 year. I'm Luke. I'm Frank. And this is Whiskey Bible. Evan Williams Red Label 12 year. Exciting bottle. Very exciting when we came across it. People might be like, oh my God, where did you get that? Where did you get that? Well, we got this bottle from the Evan Williams tasting tour at the Distillery in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, it was an exclusive to the tour, or at least that's what they told us. And it goes for around $150. Kind of a snap call because they tell you, even if you come back the next day, they're going to check to see if you have a tour. And if you didn't have a tour, they won't let you buy it.
So it's either take the tour or you can also purchase this in Japan. So you can go visit our Japanese allies and acquire a bottle. But I feel
for all our Japanese viewers and bourbon lovers,
yes,
you get a pass.
I feel like a 11-hour car ride from us is better than a probably 19-hour flight. So basically all this is regular Evan Williams sour mash bourbon. It's aged 12 years this time, extra aged for oak flavors, and it's 101 proof. Pretty nice gold wax seal on top. The only thing I don't like about this bottle is for a $150 bottle, I feel like I shouldn't have to unscrew my whiskey, right? Like,
where's the cork?
Where's the cork? Here, ready? Cork pop.
I mean, you can maybe spin it fast and get kind of a fun noise there. Hey, actually, that works pretty well.
That was pretty good. That smell from that glass will forever remind me of Kentucky. I don't know if they really care about our last trip, but I can see us in that hotel room. This was the first bottle we opened. They're like, we gotta have this, right? Like, if I close my eyes, I can be there.
It is a very distinct nose for a bourbon.
It's almost as sour mash is trying to push through, but the extra age, that 12-year oak, is like punching it down in the dirt. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm actually a quality bourbon instead of black label Evan Williams. Which, I mean,
you get a lot of the sour part of the sour mash and not the kind of like dry cereal grain notes. I get a bit of a minty spice.
Minty, a little bit of licorice in there. Some oak. Ooh, you know what? It almost smells like the Rick House. It's got that kind of like angel share smell to it. You would know it if you smelled it. If you haven't experienced the Rick House, you'll have no idea what we're talking about. But if you have, you know the smell that we're getting from this one.
It's a little like you're smelling the whiskey. It almost feels like it's passing through the walls of the barrel for you to smell it.
But anyway, let's get to a little bit of taste here. Now the oak's really coming forward for me. This son of a gun. I almost said a very bad word, but I withheld.
Here, we'll redo it.
Ding. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Oak really presents itself there. Wow. Like, really comes through. Like, almost more than, I would think this was aged more than 12 years. Is it worth 150? I mean, it's good. I feel like it's part of the experience, right? If you go buy a bottle of this just because you were there, you'll never find it anywhere else unless we go to Japan. Just buy it. Just go for it. You'll enjoy it. Oak, vanilla, caramel forward.
Yeah, kind of the quintessential bourbon, right? If you like the typical vanilla, caramel, and oak flavors that a bourbon gives, this is giving them very well and in a very nice combination. And if you're crazy enough about whiskey and bourbon to go to Kentucky, then this is probably a buy. If you see it on secondary, I would skip it.
No way.
I think a lot of the enjoyment that we get from this is from the memories of that trip as well. And I think that that's almost part of the value of the bottle. And as much as I don't like tourist traps and things like that, this isn't quite in that category.
This is something special that every time we break out this bottle, I don't even have to close my eyes to see it. I can look in front of me and see our whole Kentucky trip out in front of me. And if you go to Kentucky with either friends or family, you will know the same thing that we're talking about. It's like adult Disney World, where dreams come true in the whiskey environment. Let's cheers again. Let's go in for another taste. Cheers. Oh, it's really starting to build. Now I'm kind of getting like a leather note from it. Sweet, rich oak and leather.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It lays together beautifully on top of each other. Yeah, it's a good one.
It's not exactly some whiskey, some bourbons I like because they have a lot of different flavors that they throw in. This one I like because it kind of sticks to the basics and does it really well. Just kind of goes to show you there's a lot of different ways that a whiskey can be great.
It works. 12 to 15 years is my perfect age statement. I like it right there. And my perfect proof is 100 to 120. And I feel like this is on the lower end of it, which keeps it smooth but still complex. I feel like this bourbon right here, 12-year, 101 proof, is probably like my perfect scenario for any distillery. If a distillery came out with a 12-year, 101 proof bourbon, I feel like that's just screaming Luke all over it, right? All right, so let's get a wrap up here. Overall, for sure, and I think we said this throughout the video, if you get a chance to buy this, buy it. Do it. Something that you will not live down. It's something that you'll taste, and it creates memories. It really does. Every time I taste this, it brings back happy memories. And there's, not too many bourbons that do that. I feel like I mostly drink bourbon for the flavor, but this is just so much more than just the flavor.
It's hard to get that good of a story and that concrete of a memory behind the bourbon.
All right, let's do our famous ratings out of 10. Out of 10 for this bottle, being it right in my age statement range and right in my proof range. I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think is fair.
I tried to sneakily show it. I was thinking 9.
I'm Luke.
I'm Frank.
This is Whiskey Bible.
Stay in school.
Stay in school.